Hi, it's Jackie. Just checking in. I did actually film some videos for the last couple of weeks, but I couldn't post them. There's something wrong with my YouTube account or something. So I thought rather than posting them, I'll just delete them and start again. So, we're a little update. Hey, I'm in my pyjamas. It's actually Tuesday, the 28th, something like that, of November. I'm off work today, and I was off work yesterday. Back in tomorrow. But so I thought I'd do a little bit of filming while I'm on my own. Update is that I had a couple of bad weeks, and I had a gain. I went up from 304.4 to 311 point something. I had a wedding I went to, got really drunk, drank loads of cocktails, I had a good boogie. I'm an old person, I boogied. And but I had a few days where I just was not being very careful with my food. I also was eating quite a lot of low carb products, and I think that they were really affecting me in terms of I was eating quite a lot of them because I wasn't prepping properly, and I think it stalled my weight loss anyway, and then I was compounding that by then having bad days where I was overeating and eating bad food. Last week I pulled right back and dropped all those products and was much more strict. Even though I had a few days where I had things that weren't low carb. I had my partner made some fajitas, I think, one day with wraps, and I had those. But the good news is this week I actually weighed in exactly where I started 2 weeks ago, 304.4. So that's good. Other news is that I mentioned before I lost my cat. Passed away, bless her, and I'm still very upset about that. But we had an opportunity where our local cat rescue centre is being shut down by the council because they're vile. So there was lots of kittens and cats that needed homes because they threatened to, the council threatened to put them down. So we've taken in a couple of kittens. They were in rescue for 5 months. I think they were born there, and they were not overly been handled a lot. Obviously they've been kept healthy and fed and all those things, but they've not been overly touched, so they're very, very timid and very nervous, and they don't really like humans. One of them has cerebellar hyperplasia, which is also known as wobbly cat syndrome. You may have seen videos on like Instagram and stuff and Facebook, people think it's fun, where they just look like they're really drunk and the back ends start flip-flopping and they fall over and stuff. The boy we have, called Morgan, has that. He's happy as Larry. He's not in any pain, doesn't know any different. He's just getting on with life. His sister is a moody cow and very grumpy. She's very much like my old cat who passed, actually. She was very vile. But she was my vile, and she was very grouchy and affectionate in her own way. Yet to get to know her to find out when she was being happy and affectionate. And she was, the last 4 or 5 years, very affectionate. And I think this little madam, her name's Mabel, they named them in rescue, by the way, Morgan and Mabel, although I do like Mabel, not keen on Morgan, as a name. So Morgan and Mabel, I'm calling them Captain Morgan and Lady Mabel because they are people of cats of stature, so they deserve rank. So if I can film them, they're very timid and very shy. They're very risky-ish. Today's Tuesday. We got them on Saturday morning. They are slowly getting a little better, but it is little by little. And they just, like Mabel particularly, because she's a flighty cow, runs away still if we make a bit too much noise. But Morgan, I think it's going to be a cuddle monster. If I can film them, I will, and put some in, but they're very cute. Anyway, so that's my weight loss. That's what's going on at home. I've got a couple of days off to spend with them. That's why I'm off today. So yeah, my plans for today is I'm going to go for. I'm doing my 25-mile challenge, which I think I mentioned a few weeks ago. I've not done very well on it. I'm only halfway through, and I've got 5 days to go. So I'm going to go for a walk this morning and go and get Lady Mabel a cat igloo because she's a hider, and we've got a box which she really likes, but she keeps jumping behind her bookcase, so I want to get her actually a proper igloo, see if that makes her happy. I bought 3 beds. They don't like 2 of them. Blankets, toys. Oh, so much money, but they're lovely, so it's cute. So I'm going to go for a walk now and get some of my miles in, probably a couple of miles. It's 15 minutes there and back, 15-minute waddle around, so it'll probably be about 3 miles. So we're doing that this morning just to get some steps in, and then the rest of the week it's going to be gym based probably, because it's freaking freezing. It's November and it's raining. I think it's England, so it's always raining. So that's my plan for today. I'm also going to do some meal prepping. So trying to keep off those low carb. I don't want to keep off them. I'm on a ban. I've got them. I've got like the chocolate bars. If I feel like I need something sweet. But I'm not going to plan to have them every day, which is what I was doing before, and I was pretty much every day I was having something. But this is now I'm only going to keep for like emergencies, like I need something sweet. So I've got a little bit of food here to share with you as well, so I'll just flip you around and show you that. So I actually showed this in the previous videos, I think, and I think it's the ones I deleted, but I think it's the ones I deleted, so I'll show you again. This company I've discovered, Skinny Food. Again, it is chemical shitstorm, but they had a good deal on. I thought I'd try it. I've only tried that one, I think, so far. A little and it's okay. It's alright. I'm not a big pancake eater, but they had a deal on. I think all this was, I think, 12 quid delivered or something like that. So the deal on. So I've got vanilla syrup, which I've got the syrup for my coffee, which I quite like. This is probably going to last me a year, probably, yeah. These dates are good, but you know what I like with my dates. Then I'm not opened that yet. It doesn't look good, to be fair. It looks very weird coloured. Barbecues are alright, and I've got the pancakes, so I might give them a go. I think it's specifically low calorie, but by being low carb, per 15 gram portion is 4.4 carbs for a pancake. Not terrible, but I think it's going to be one of them Sunday morning in the winter thing, and winter is here. I've also got these pickling 15-minute thingies from Sarsens. You can pickle your own veggies, so things like your own onions, chop up some onions, leave them 15 minutes and they're done. This one's very garlic and oregano-y, so if you're like Mediterranean, it's very, very strong. And that's just regular, so I might do a little bit. I do like pickled veggies, so I think I'm going to give that a go. I might do some onions later. I've got to get some red onions and do those. I bought myself one chicken and one piece of pork for £5, so I've got to cook the pork today. I'm not actually a big fan of roast pork. I find it boring. Almost makes my taste metallic, but I have that, so I'm going to slow cooker it. I might brown it, put it in the slow cooker with some soy sauce, a mixture of soy sauce, truvia, ginger, garlic, maybe some chilli seeds, and just see what happens. Put that in the slow cooker. I find it very hit and miss, mostly miss with this sort of things in slow cooker, but I don't know if I want to put it in the oven for 4 hours. Maybe I'll do it in the oven for 4 hours instead. Then the slow cooker. A couple of other stickers I got this week. I bought some cheese, 50p, you can't complain at that. I'm going to put these in my meal prep this week. I also picked up some more of these. I'm really liking the Polish range we have in our supermarket. I find it's very low carb, really tasty. So I'm enjoying exploring it. These are like sausages. I think they must be smoked. I'm not usually a fan of smoked stuff, but you know, it has got potato starch in it, so it's not keto. But I do low carb, not keto. So 3 carbs per 100. So in the whole of that, there is like 16 carbs. Obviously, I'm not going to eat that in a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I probably have one of them in my lunch bag a day. So they're probably my maths, I don't know, 75 grams that work out to be. So I boil about 2.5 carbs, but they're so heavy, honestly, meaty. Got some bacon and I bought a dozen eggs. So I think I'm going to do cheesy breakfast cups, I think, this week for breakfast. Today's Tuesday. I only need them for 3 days, so I'll probably do 2 a day. So I'll cook up a box of these eggs with the bacon, with some cheese in it, maybe a little bit of onion, and I might grab a pepper when I'm out. One of those for my lunch as well. What else have I got? I think that's pretty much the mainstay of what I've got for. I've got some pork scratches. I can't beat pork here. So I just don't like pork. I've got a lot of pork. So yeah, and then I may also take some of this in with me. So I might also chop some of this up and have that for my lunch as well. Also got some nuts. I've got a lot of some nuts that have gone past their best, so I'm trying to get rid of all my, like a mixed bag of, let's have a look, protein mix. Let me just do that. I've got, yeah, these. They're just mostly mixed. Sorry, it's really dark now. Where's my cupboard? I've got, yeah, peanuts, red skin peanut. I'm not keen on the red skin ones. I don't know why people would want them. Cashews and almonds. I've got a couple of bags of these. As you can see, they're out of date, but they're actually okay. So I'm nibbling on those. And I've also going to have this week in my lunch, I've got some chili pots. And I think I've got some cream. Grated sugar. These. I usually don't like the texture of things like this. I find that they're clacky, chalky. Per pot, half a carb. So I've got 4 of those. I think they're going to go in my lunchbox as well. So that is my thingy bob. I've also got, oh, let me flip you around. So I've also bought a new planner. Obviously, I think I've bought about 15 this year. I'm a planner babe, by the way, planner babe. And I bought a Hobonichi. I've got 2 now. I'm really, really liking it. I'm going to use that for some meal planning, exercise planning. Yeah, so that's really fun as well. So I'm now going to plan out what I'm doing. And yeah, I'll show you that in a second. I almost forgot. I'm going to cook this today, finally. This expired in August. I probably bought this back in like May, and I didn't want to use it because it was expensive, and I didn't want to use it, and I put it to my side. I didn't want to use it, and then I realised it was out of date, as is most things in my cupboard. And I've got a bit of time today, so I'm going to cook these. And I think I'm going to. Now I've heard very mixed things about these. This is the company, the Low Dough company. You put in low-dough, I think it is .com or .co.uk. You'll find them. So per slice, 2.2 carbs, ridiculous. I've heard very many mixed things about these. These are quite expensive. This is a sample, and this is a pack of 2. It was £5 delivered. You can buy them in boxes of like 10 and bigger numbers, and 20 and 50, but they get really expensive. But look at all these credentials that they allegedly have. 39 calories, la 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 la. Paleo, sugar-free, low carb. Doesn't say keto, but okay. But it's probably, I don't know. I don't know enough about keto to say that it is or not. People are very, very funny, so I wouldn't dare ever comment otherwise. There's the ingredients. Konjac, bless it. I've heard very mixed things about this. Some people really rave about them. They're probably paid reviews. And some people go, oh my god, they taste like cardboard. Probably real people. They also say they dry out. Even the company say they dry out really quick and they go really nasty. So you have to make sure whatever you put a sauce on them, or whatever you do with them, corner to corner, drench them to cook them. So I'm thinking about making some calzone with pepperoni and mozzarella cheese calzones. So I think I'm going to make some of those, and I've got some of this tomato and herb. This is one of the lowest ones I can find. Pizza sauce. Now bear in mind there's only 2.2 carbs in there, probably like 1 in the whole of that. So we're looking at 3 carbs at the moment. I'm going to make it with this. Now, my general rule is the minimum requirement for me for carbs is 10%. So it's got to be 10 grams per 100 grams or less. So this one does fit that criteria. Still high, still got sugars in it. It is tomato based. So they probably put sugar in it. Tomato puree, olive. They do put sugar in it, which is bullshit. But unless I make my own, I don't have time to do that. This is the closest thing I can get that is low carb. So I mean, looking at really one of them, be realistic. What I'm going to use in a jar, so it's 300, that's 150. I'll probably use 70 grams per, if that, per calzone. So I'm looking at about 5 carbs of sauce, 2.2, and so basically 8 carbs for a meal, which will fit my criteria. So that's my experiment today. I'm going to make one for my dinner, have one spare, or I might make like quarter pockets and just do a quarter. Do them that way so that I can freeze them up and then cook them when I need them. But yeah, that's my plan with this. So that's also my cooking plans for today. And I will show you if I remember if it's an absolute disaster or not. So this is Captain Morgan in his little bed. Can't find Mabel. Don't know where she's gone. She's like a grey colour. So he's still very nervous of us. So bless him. He's on with cerebellar hyperplasia. Got a bit of a snuffle, I think, at the moment as well. Yeah, he's stinky tiny. He's very friendly though, in his own way. If I can find Mabel, I'll show you Mabel, but she's done one. Oh. And this is Lady Mabel. She is a little bit more skittish, to say the least. Sitting in my armchair. But yeah, she's a bit of a grumpy cow. But that's okay. She can be grumpy if she wants to be. Well, I just popped out to get Miss Lady Mabel, a igloo because she's a little hidey cat. And I popped into Aldi and I picked up a few things. You know what I like for my red rice stickers. This was like that 99p for all that chicken, which is pretty handy. Same again for these pork things. I got again more pork. Got some blackberries as well. I've got some cream, so I might have those for dessert. Here's some hazelnuts for variety because those bags of nuts I showed you previously, I've been having them for like 3 weeks. I've got so many of them. So I'm thinking a bit of variety would be good. Yes, I know diet soda is Satan, but it was 99p for 14s and it is really hard to get here. It's expensive. I usually get, this is like 99p. I can get them in the main supermarket for $3.20 for 6, which is ridiculous. So I saw these and I picked them up. Shoot me. I also got, I thought I bought a couple of these, but I only picked out one, but apparently. I don't know where I put the other one. Yeah, I got one of these Sky Dessert and one of these fitness quarks, which I think is silly. The word fitness is just ridiculous and quite offensive. But and this is probably about the same as that, which is about about 5 carbs. So I thought I bought 2 of them, but I can't see the other one, so I must have left it in the shop. Oh well, not to worry. And I also bought some sweetener, which I know is Satan, but I like coffee. Maybe 1 or 2 coffees a day, and I have sweetener in it. I did try Truvia, stevia, and I found, I don't know if it's my palate, but it tastes licoricey when I put it in coffee, and I didn't enjoy it. So I've gone back to sucralose, which I do like. So yeah, that is my little haul from Aldi. So I've just browned that pork very briefly, just to give it a little bit of colour. I made a mixture of soy sauce, ginger, garlic, a little bit of ketchup. Don't lose it. Don't lose it, guys. Do not lose it. It's okay because this is going to go in the whole of this, so it's spread out. Okay, and some Chinese, Thai spice actually. I'm just going to put it all on there. Put it in the oven on gas mark 4, whatever that is in other languages, and probably about 4 hours, I think, maybe longer. See how it goes. Yeah, and that's my plan for this piece of pork. I'm going to make it Chinese pork. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, we are good to go. I'm just going to put some foil on it. It doesn't burn. And leave it alone. So guys, this is where I'm kind of done for the day. I've done my pork, which is, I just took it out of the oven to rest. I'm probably going to reduce it down so there's like a nice sort of syrup, probably about 50% more. I'm going to shred some of this pork and it's Chinese stylish, and then you'll see in my meal plan in a moment, I'm going to have that a few times in a week. I might have some tonight actually, with just some stir fry vegetables. Keep it really simple. I think it's got quite a strong taste on there. So this is my meal plan for the week. This is my new hobonichi. I think I pronounced it properly. I scratched my nose. I bought 2 of these. One from everyday carry. This is one specifically for fitness. I just started it off. Don't really know what I'm doing in terms of layout yet, but I thought I'd keep it simple this week. So we've got food and fitness on here. For my daily foods, it stays Tuesday, so I'm back into it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't really plan the weekends, which I've kept clear. I tend to eat, in terms of snacks and things, fairly light actually, and then I have to have like a bigger meal for the evening meal, or it might be kind of like a cheat meal but a carved up meal for my evening meal because I'm not really eating a lot in the day. So I might have like a sweet potato or something like that. So I don't really plan that stuff, so sorry if that's what you're looking for, but I've just made a note of what I'm having here. So I'm having a 30-gram portion of cheese from that block I showed you, which is good. You get 10 portions out of that for 50p a whole block, so that's 5p per snack. Brilliant. I'm also taking a couple of eggs in there, and I'm going to crack them in there, a bit of cream, shake it up, microwave it, and I've got myself some scrambled eggs. I've got some kielbasa as well to go with that if I want to. I've got 30 grams of hazelnuts. I've got one of these little refrigerator things, they're not brilliant, but they're alright. A jelly pop, something sweet for dessert, and that pizza pocket thing that I just cooked with that Lodo. I've cut it in half. I've only got 2 of them, so on Friday I'll probably treat myself to some like peri-peri chicken or something like that. So working out my macros on these days. For my lunch and things, about 12 carbs and about 1,100 calories. That's between breakfast and all the way through to dinner time. I might have some cup of coffee, so I'll add a little bit more onto that, but I not always have coffee, depends how I feel. And then for evening, last night I had chicken curry. Tonight I'm probably going to have some like pork. I'm not actually very hungry, and I can't remember what I've eaten today. Have I? Yes, I had that pizza that I made at lunchtime. We're still full up from it actually, and it's 4:30. But so tomorrow I'm going to have pork stir fry for sure. Probably celery soup with some chicken on Thursday. Friday I'm probably going to have beef madras. The weekend I'm not sure. I'll do a bit of cooking, so it tends to be whatever I'm cooking, whatever deals I can get. I can get a yellow sticker or red sticker. But yeah, I've got things in my freezer in terms of meal prepping and planning. Cheese balls. I bought a block of buttermilk brie. Like a block of it. It's been in my freezer for a long time. I want to get rid of that. I want to clear some of the space in my freezer, because I do buy things on yellow sticker and shove them in and never get around to eating them. So I think I'm going to try and cook that. Maybe do like a coated in not breadcrumbs but crackling, and then sort of jalapenos and things, and cook that way. So I might do that next week. I've also got loads of stuff in my freezer, so I've got the task to do a bit of a freezer and cupboard audit and see what I actually have, and I'll be using the pages at the back just to do like a little rolling stock take, I guess, at the back of what food I have, so I can it'll help with my meal planning. And also I've got some printouts of things, recipes I like and regular meals that I like having, and so I'm going to stick it in here rather than me rewriting it all. I have to rewrite it all. So that'll probably be in the next time. In terms of my fitness goal this week, it's Tuesday. I did my fitness goal by the end of the month is to do around 41k. On top of my usual walking around, I've not been doing very well, including what I've done today. I'm now up to 25.4, which means I've got to do 16k. In 3 days. So that's that treadmill, basically, me hitting the treadmill and doing like 5k a day plus a little extra for a little bit of sugar. That's not going to be fun, but I want to finish up my virtual race and get my virtual medal. That's my only fitness plans for this week now, probably. And then Saturday is the 1st. This company is really good. They do lots of virtual races, and one of them they do is swimming. But I can't find my swimming costume. I brought it home from work to go swimming with my stepson, put it in his house, and I don't know where it's gone. So I'm trying to find it if I can. Next month's first challenge is going to be swimming. So probably 25 miles swimming, which I will do at lunchtimes, like 3 times a week. That's going to be it. But I need to find my swimming costume, so I'll let you know if I find it. That is it for this week, guys. I hope that's been vaguely not boring, and it's good to be back, and I'll see you guys very soon.